So without wasting enough of our time, we will start the word problems, okay, based on percentage. Here what we find that simple problems have been given, and we are to find the solution of it. Now let's have a look. I think these all are clearly visible. In a class of 60 children, 30% are girls. In a class of 60 children, isn't it? So number of children, okay, total children is equal to 60. They have already given this to you people. Now 30% are girls. So when you are talking about these children, this actually means both boys and girls. Remember, we shall be using later on. It means both boys and girls. Now, among these total children, 30% are girls. So percentage of girls is equal to 30%. Therefore, number of girls present will be equal to 30 percentage. So how do we write 30%? 30% means 30 by 100 of 60. Means out of this 60 children, 30% of them are girls. So now when you cancel it, when we cancel this, let's cancel, okay, see it beautifully, it gets cancelled. 6 3s are 18 girls. How many are boys? How many boys are there? So how many boys are there, my dear? Okay, number of boys will be equal to total children minus number of girls, and what was the total children? Total children was how much? 60 minus number of girls, we found out 18. Therefore this will give you 42, which is equal to the number of boys present in the class. Okay, next we come to election. Now whenever an election is fought between 2 or 3 candidates, naturally, okay, each of them will get different percentage of votes. So here what I find, that A gets 60% of the votes. Let's have a proper look over here. A got 60% of the vote. So when A gets 60% of the votes, naturally the other contestant B, this is A, so A gets 60%. So naturally B will get 40%, isn't it? So let's see over here that percentage of votes got by A is equal to 60%. Therefore, percentage of votes secured by B will be equal to 40%. Means 60% means 60 out of 100. Therefore the remaining will be 40% only, isn't it? Therefore when A gets 60% of the votes, how much vote did he get? So here I find that the total number of votes polled was 8,000. Total vote was this much. So out of this 80 8,000, 60% was secured by A and 40% of 8,000 was secured by B. Therefore, number of votes secured by A will be equal to 60 percentage of this 8,000. So when we cancel this, okay, let's cancel. So when we cancel this, we'll get 6 8s are 4800 votes secured by A. So how much votes did B get? So B got 40%. 40% means 40 by 100 of how much? Of 8,000 votes. Because this 8,000 votes was given to both of them, isn't it? To A as well as B, not each, combined 8,000 votes was given, where votes were given. So let's cancel it, and what I find that 8 4s are 3200 votes was secured by B. Okay, so if we all people can see that the whatever questions are given, they are quite easy to solve it. Okay, for example, a person saves 12% of his salary every month. Naturally, whenever you earn something, so whenever you earn, the most important, how do we spend that money? So we spend that money on actual expenditure, which you buy it, and then there is a certain percentage of your salary which you deposit in bank, isn't it? So that might help you in your later life. So that is called saving. So a person saves 12% of his salary. Now what is his salary? What is his salary? So his salary is rupees 2500. So less salary, my God. However, a person saves 12% of his salary. Okay, so let me write salary is equal to rupees 2500. Okay, fine. Now he saves how much? Saving. So saving is equal to 12% of this 2500. 12% means 12 out of 100. 12 out of 100, that is 12 by 100 of rupees 2500. Now what we'll do, we'll cancel it. चलो cancel करते हैं. 0 0 0 0. So when you multiply, what will you get? 25 दाही 250 and 50 will be equal to rupees 300. So rupees 300 is the saving of this person. Now find the expenditure. So what will be the expenditure? Expenditure will be equal to EARNING, earning minus saving. How much he has earned? He had earned rupees 2500 and he spent how much? Rupees 300. Therefore his expenditure will be equal to rupees 2200 is his expenditure, expenses. Clear? Naturally expenses will be more than your saving. Okay, however, saving should be, the habit of saving should be cultivated. Whether even if you get a little amount of pocket money, naturally you should save a little amount of money and you will find that how it grows up. Sita got 75% marks out of a total of 800. Means the total marks here was 800. Which total marks was 800. So this 800 marks actually means 100% marks. So 100% marks over here is 800. 100 and Sita gets 75% marks out of it. So let us see how much Sita gets. Okay, so Sita gets 75 percentage of 800 marks. Of 800 marks means, let's solve it. Okay, so 75% means 75 out of 100 of 800 marks, and you'll find that on cancellation, when we cancel it, what we'll get? 75 into 8. So 75 into 8 will be equal to how much? 8 40 and 0 and 56, that is 600. Yes, that is 600 marks. So this Sita gets 600 marks out of 800. Now, how much marks did she lose? You are asked this particular value. How many marks did she lose? So she lost, Sita lost how much? Total marks minus marks secured. So total mark was how much? Was 800, and she gets 75% marks, that is 600. Therefore 200 marks is the deficit. Deficit means less than the actual marks. Clear? Let's come to number 9. A shop worth rupees 25000 was insured. Let us look at this word insured. What does this mean? It means that, for example, let us buy a bike. If we buy a bike, isn't it, which costs rupees, for example, 50,000. Okay. Now, if I insure this bike for about 70%, this means whenever any mishappening will happen to my bike, mishappening here means either accident or theft, then in that case I'll get 70% from the company. So here the shop worth rupees, the cost of the shop was rupees 25000, that is 25,000. Okay, was insured for 95%, means if any mishappening will happen, the person will get 95% at once. Okay, come on. So worth of the shop was how much? Rupees 25000. Now insured amount, insured percentage is equal to 95%. 95% of 25000, isn't it? So therefore insured amount is how much? So insured amount will be equal to 95 percentage of rupees 25000. So on cancellation, when we cancel this, how much we'll get? We'll get 25 9 times that is 2300, and so here we'll get rupees 23750 as the insured amount. This is the insured amount. So insured amount in case of any happening will be rupees 23750. Have a look. The shop worth 25000. Now if some mishappening happens, the person is going to get rupees 23750. So naturally insurance is very necessary if the cost of an article is or exceeds cost of the article is mostly high, isn't it? A class has 30 boys and 25 girls. Once again, have a look. They are talking about the class, they are talking about boys, and they are talking about the girls also. This means class means combination of both the boys and the girls. Similarly, when we say children, it means both boys and girls. Okay, so what is the percentage of boys in the class? They are asking the percentage of boys in the class. Okay, so total number of children is equal to 30 plus 25 is equal to how much? Is equal to 55. So this is your total number of children. Now, out of this 55, 30 are boys. So let me write this again so that it really gets into your brain. Out of 55 children, 30 are boys. Therefore, the percentage of boys will be 30 by 55 into 100. Or if you write it in a different way, you should write in this way, that percentage of boys means that number of boys by total children into 100. This is what I have written. So when you solve this, what are you going to get? 5 11 times, 5 6 times is equal to 600 by 11, and this 600 by 11, when you solve this, naturally you will get a value in decimal. We should not write in decimal because that will keep on increasing. So that this will be equal to 54 6 by 11 percentage. Now please keep on browsing it again and again in order to gain confidence on this particular subject. You people know that we will have to live with this pandemic COVID. It's not going to end up. Thank you.